First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. Yeah, we back in the kitchen. And it's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. So, will Shadashia Green become undisputed? At this point, like I said, women's boxing, it's on fire, man. And, y'all put on a lot of great fights. And y'all have shown that y'all will fight each other. But I also see some things brewing up, and I'm just hoping that the best continue to fight the best. I made the video about Shakur and Devin yesterday. I spoke on that, and I'm through with that. I'm through with that until the fight gets signed, and I know the fight going on for sure. I'm not finna blame either fighter. I don't think they're scared of each other. Hopefully they work that out. Spence and Bud have worked their shit out, even though y'all still say they duck. They finna fight in 2 weeks. So, no, in 3 weeks. So, I'm excited about that. I just ain't finna involve myself in all the extra shit. I just wanna see the best fights. But anyway, yeah, I had to get the women's boxing because one thing about it, a lot of times, I think some of us as fans, we sleep on women's boxing. Women's boxing is the shit, man. I'm telling you. It's just a new breed of women coming through, man. It's some talent out there, bro. So, we just saw Savannah Marshall beat Franchon Cruz in the UK. She's undisputed. I mentioned in the post-fight that Shadashia Green was the mandatory to fight Shadashia Green. So, Shadashia Green was the mandatory to fight Franchon Cruz. And Franchon Cruz, instead of taking her mandatory, she took a voluntary defense at her titles against Savannah Marshall. But not only taking a voluntary defense, she went to her country to defend her own titles. So, which is some new shit, some shit that you never see in boxing. You never see somebody not take their mandatory and go to somebody else's country and they the champion. And like I said, I never agreed with that, but I was going for Franchon Cruz, but she lost. And I predicted that she was going to lose that fight. Yeah, I predicted that she was going to lose that fight, and I felt like her gas tank was just going, she gassed out in every fight. So Savannah won. Savannah is calling for this rematch with Clarissa. Actually, I seen a post where Clarissa said she'll fight the winner of Savannah versus Shadashia. And I think that should be the play. I think Savannah Marshall should fight Shadashia Green because she's the mandatory. And while she doing that, Clarissa can fight maybe a Natasha Jonas or something like that. And then they meet up, because I'm telling you, listen, I've been looking a little bit more closer at Shadashia. I've come to the conclusion that you got the best jab in women's boxing. Clarissa got a hell. Listen, Clarissa is the GOAT to me. She's the shit. I love Clarissa, but I'm just saying, I think your jab is precise and it's hard. And you jab up top and then you go down low. You jab to the body a lot. I think you're the most poised fighter in women's boxing. And you're very comfortable on the back foot. You're very comfortable against the ropes. You just got a smoothness to you. And also, you got great timing. And we know the power is real. Yeah, when you drop Sarah Host, because she took bombs from Franchon Cruz and never left her feet. And like I said, Franchon Cruz got devastating power. Don't get it twisted. But I just think it's the punch placement, and it's just how precise, how you just very precise. You very precise. You got good timing, and also while she was throwing combination, you were catching in between them with the right. You was catching in between them shots. So you got a very good ring IQ. You move around. Like I said, you got a great jab, and you go to the body a lot. Your power is real. I think you got the best fundamentals in boxing. I think you got the best fundamentals. I think you got great defense. I just think you the goods all around. I think I'm gonna go so far. I really believe that you got the tools to beat Clarissa Shields. I think you got the tools. And I said the rematch with Savannah would be tough because Savannah tough as shit. But you got the jab, you got power, and you can box. Savannah can box, but you more crisp. You way more fluid with your punches, and you don't throw sloppy punches. And you rarely are off balance, so you got good balance. You just a well-round fighter. And against Sarah Host, like I said, I've been seeing you just knock these girls, because you 12-0 with 11 knockouts. By the way, I just thought I'd mention that. You've been knocking these girls the fuck out, but against Sarah Host, you showed a lot of shit. For one, you showed grit, because Sarah Host is very good. Sarah Host is a very good fighter, so you showed a lot of grit. My only critique I would say going against Savannah Marshall, because Sarah Host throw a very good punch, and you showed you can take a punch from her. Savannah got devastating power, and it's not so much as the power. I just think that you would just have to be in tip-top condition fighting her, because she throw a bunch of punches. I think you would have to clinch more also. You got to clinch Savannah, because she throw a bunch of fucking punches. And she do a lot of dirty shit on the inside. She was doing against Franchon, holding her head. So you got to be very physical with her. Also, you are very strong, but you just gonna really have to show that strength against Savannah. But that fight should be next. And I'm telling you right now, Shadashia Green beat Savannah Marshall, and which I'm picking you to beat her. I'm picking you to beat her, but it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I think you can clip her, because what makes Shadashia more dangerous than Franchon Cruz? Franchon Cruz probably hit harder than Shadashia, but it's the way Shadashia plays her punches. She hit you with a lot of them shots right on the temple. The overhand right is so precise. She rarely miss with it. And so what I'm saying, she can clip you with shots you don't see coming. Franchon Cruz telegraph a lot of her punches. But I can see, I definitely got you beating Savannah. And I'm telling you, Shadashia Green versus Clarissa Shields, that shit would be what Ann Wolfe and Layla Ali would have been for women's boxing. That shit is the Spence versus Crawford of women's boxing, I'm telling you. And they got a little history, so I'm just saying, Shadashia Green versus Clarissa Shields, man, that fight right there, I would have to go to that fight. I have to pull up, man, let me tell you something. And like I said, I wish Franchon Cruz would have took that fight with Shadashia Green and had it in Baltimore, had it in your hometown. Shadashia Green would have pulled up, and that just would have been a great fight. But a lot of times, like I said, I see women doing some of the shit that the black males do in boxing, where they think it's more money when they fight another race and shit like that and go to another country. That shit never works. And so, anyway, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed in Franchon Cruz for that shit. That shit was just it just really disappointed me for her to do that. And especially at the press conference when you kept saying, everything been handed to you. You kept saying that to Savannah, but you handed her that opportunity and you didn't have to do it. So, women's boxing, I just continue to fight each other. Don't do this bullshit shit that the men are doing and shit like that. Just keep fighting each other. And also, I think Salita. Oh, by the way, yeah, I heard Jake Paul fucking with you, and shout out to that, because I ain't gonna lie, Jake Paul gonna get you some money in boxing, and he got pulled. So I just wish Al Heyman had picked up Shadashia. That's all. I just wish he had picked up Al, but he never picked up. Well, they had Clarissa for a few fights on Showtime. But they didn't really do right by her. So, like I said, I don't know. Al got some other shit going. He's so caught up on this black versus Mexican shit and some other shit like Tank versus Ryan, all that shit. But you deserve a huge deal with a promotional company. And, you know, I'm noticing that at this point, it just looked like Eddie the only one taking chance because Bob ain't fucking with the women. Al ain't really fucking with the women. So I just don't know. But I definitely think y'all need some more attention at women's boxing. And I think y'all need bigger promotion. And I think y'all need bigger bags doing your deal. Y'all need to make millions and millions instead of these 500,000, 700,000. I think y'all need to make more money because y'all do risk y'all life and y'all give y'all all. But Shadashia Green, I'm telling you right now, I got my eyes set on you. And you got a lot of sauce. The sauce is in the pot. The sauce is there. And man, let me tell you something. I just think your power, I think everybody's underestimating the power of Shadashia Green. Because at this point, I think she may not be the hardest puncher, but she's the best puncher. She dangerous, bro. I'm telling you, she can clip she can clip Clarissa, she can clip Savannah. And so I just want to see these fights because if you get past Savannah, Shadashia Green versus Clarissa Shields gonna be. I can see the build up. I can just see it already, bro. That fight right there is gonna be different. That fight gonna break some numbers too. I'm predicting this shit. That fight will happen. Shadashia Green versus Clarissa Shields will be the Super Bowl of women's boxing. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, George J. With that,